Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews. Back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is a beer from Mast Landing Brewing Company. They are out of Westbrook, Maine. This is a beer named Duck. It's a New England IPA, clocking in at 5.2% ABV. It is brewed with Simcoe, Centennial, and Cascade hops. It says drink within 90 days. This was canned just over a month ago, so pretty fresh, well within their freshness date range. I've had the Gunner's Daughter from Mast Landing, which is a nice like peanut butter milk stout. I don't think I've really had much else from them. Maybe a sour or two. But I really haven't had a ton of beers from Mast Landing, so looking forward to trying this one. This is definitely on the lower end of the ABV range for a New England IPA. Usually they range from like 6.5 to 7.5 for a single, and then 8+ for your doubles. There's your pour. It's a nice looking IPA in the glass. Very, I would say kind of a yellow color. It looks more orange on camera, but it's more of like a yellowish, hazy color. Not quite opaque. You can see a little bit of light through it, but it is pretty murky. About 2 fingers worth of a nice, creamy looking white head. The aroma, definitely juicy, getting some orange citrus. Little bit of tropical fruit, pineapple, mango. There is kind of an earthy hop aroma as well. Almost barnyardy, like a farmhouse ale. It smells good. A little different with that funk on the back end, but it smells nice and juicy. Pretty light on the aroma. Of course, I'm not picking up on any alcohol. 5.2%. We're on the low end here for this style. It smells like a winter though. It smells like it's going to be a nice, refreshing beer. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. That is really nice. A little bit of pineapple. The mango's not coming through so much on the palate. Definitely citrus. Orange citrus, lemon zest as well. Very lemon forward with the flavor right up front there, which I wasn't expecting based off of the aroma, but it's definitely more lemon oriented than I thought it was going to be, which isn't a bad thing. Those earthy hops are coming through kind of in the middle to end. It's a moderate bitterness with this one, but it works with this beer. It's not in any means, or by any means, overly bitter or leaning more towards like a West Coast style. The bitterness is balanced out with the sweetness, the tropical fruit, the citrus. It all comes together quite nicely. There's a little bit of that wheat bready malt character that you get with these type of beers in the middle of the sip. And in the finish, it's juicy all the way through, but as you swallow it down, it kind of dries out the palate and makes you want to go right back in for another sip. It's very inviting in that way. I think the earthiness and that bitterness that comes from it on the back end is really what sets this one apart for me. It's a lot different than some of the other New England IPAs that I've had recently. The more moderate bitterness, and then that lemon zest, that lemon citrus, and then the zest comes through on the finish as well. And I'm not used to New England juice bombs drying out the palate. I'm used to them kind of having that wet finish. This one is kind of a semi-dry finish. Really enjoyable stuff. from Mast Landing. I don't see a lot of these the lower alcohol juicy IPAs like this. New England. Oh, it says, you know what? It says New England Pale Ale. I've been saying New England IPA. It is a New England Pale Ale, which is interesting because I find that it's a little bit more bitter than some of the New England IPAs. So that is interesting. Apologize for that. Hopefully you've stuck around this long to hear me correct myself. It's not an IPA. It's classified as a New England Pale Ale, but very similar. Just a little bit lighter bodied, plenty of hop character, really nice beer. I would definitely recommend this. I bought a single. I think it was $3.95 for the single, which at this ABV range I think is appropriate, and the quality of the beer is really outstanding. Nice medium carbonation, nice light body, crisp, clean, refreshing, with that semi-dry finish. And if you like lemon citrus notes, you'll really like this. If you like that lemon zest, with a little bit of orange citrus in there as well, minimal pineapple, not a ton of tropical fruit with this one, but very nice overall, nice balance, nice body, just a nice, enjoyable beer. I'm going to go with a 93 out of 100, just getting into that solid A range. I do prefer a little bit more alcohol, a little bit more body with these particular types of beer, but it's not an IPA. It's a pale ale, so that makes a lot more sense as to why they went with the lower ABV and the different flavor components with this one. I think it works really well. So 93 out of 100 for the Mast Landing Brewing Company's A Beer Named Duck New England Pale Ale. If you can find these beers in your area, definitely worth a shot. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That'll do it for this beer review, folks. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.